Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is going to explore more about the narcissist envy and why narcissistic people tend to go around accusing other people of being jealous, of being bitter, of being crazy, of being obsessed with the narcissist. As when it comes to narcissistic people, they usually go around accusing people of being jealous of them, obsessed with them, bitter about what has happened, because the narcissist wants to distract other people from what the narcissist did to those people that they're accusing of being bitter and jealous and obsessed. They want to get people to focus on the actions of those who the narcissist is claiming to be bitter. They want to get people to focus on the intentions of those that the narcissist is accusing of being bitter, rather than questioning and analysing what on earth the narcissist did to cause somebody to respond to a narcissistic person in the manner that they are doing. And a narcissistic person usually manages to set the environment to cause somebody to react to them in a way that plays straight into the narcissistic person's hands. So for example, they can just disappear on someone. They can just ghost somebody because they're not getting their own way with that person. And as that person is left feeling concerned because they care about the narcissist, because they have the empathy, they have the object constancy to still care about the narcissistic person, they end up messaging the narcissist friends and family and trying to find out whether they're okay and looking at their social media. And the narcissist can turn around and just claim, see, look, they're obsessed, they won't leave me alone. Or a narcissist can keep hold of someone's sentimental items. So you want those back. Narcissistic people use the things you care for the most against you, as they know these are the things that you are going to chase after. So if they can keep hold of your sentimental photos, your sentimental items, something that a loved one who has passed away left to you, if they can keep hold of those things, they know that you are going to then chase them for them. They don't show people the context of the message, the contents of the message. They're not interested in that. They're just interested in saying, look, see, they're messaging me again. They're obsessed with me. They won't leave me alone. They've done this because they're bitter. They've done that because they're jealous. So people question people's intentions over the reactions to the narcissist, rather than questioning what provoked those people to react to the narcissist in such a manner. And usually with a narcissistic person, there's a pattern of behaviour. So there's a string of exes that the narcissist claims to be bitter and jealous. There may be the odd one that can't see through the narcissist's lies or is still trauma bonded, so wants the narcissist back, that the narcissist keeps to go back to as and when needed. However, usually at some point they do break free. Narcissistic people also need people to believe that other people are jealous of the narcissist, to give people that desire that the narcissist is somebody important, the narcissist is somebody special. Of course, they're only going to be jealous as the narcissist must have treated them so well. And as the narcissist has told you how poorly that person treated the narcissistic person, you can understand why the narcissist has left them. You can understand why they would want the narcissist back. And as a narcissistic person can be treating you so well, you can't see the situation that you're in with them. Narcissistic people go all out to spoil you. And then once they've got you where they want you, they spoil everything for you. Only then they blame you for being the bitter one, the crazy one, the jealous one, the one that's obsessed, the one that won't leave them alone. So by a narcissistic person accusing somebody else of being obsessed or jealous or bitter that creates a desire with the person that they are with to help the narcissist, to enable the narcissist. So a narcissist can claim that an ex has done something to them, which just creating a boundary. They've realised who the narcissistic person is, they've had enough, they've created a boundary, they're no longer playing the games, they've walked away. Narcissistic people get offended by this, and they seek to then punish the person by smearing that person's name so that they can destroy that person's reputation. Narcissistic people also need to believe within themselves that other people are jealous of them, because they don't want to see themselves as the problem of causing any issues. They also believe they are superior, they believe they are better than others. And you can notice it with some, how they're that arrogant. They actually believe that other people are envious of them, are jealous of them, are treating them in that way because they're bitter, not because of what the narcissist did to them. They actually, some of them genuinely believe that the other person is treating them in that way because the other person is bitter, because the narcissist doesn't want to recognise the part they played or what they did to the other person, which is why the narcissist lies can be so believable, because the narcissist believes it within themselves. They believe that other person is jealous of them. And this is usually down to the narcissistic person's projection, usually because they're jealous of other people, because they're envious of other people. Again, something they don't particularly want to recognise within themselves. They just go around accusing everybody else of having all the luck and nothing is ever their fault, and they go around putting down everybody else's achievements and taking the credit for everybody else's achievements to feel superior about themselves, to feel better about themselves. So they don't want to recognise that they could potentially be jealous, they could potentially be bitter, they could be obsessed with someone. Instead, they will project and accuse the other person of being those things towards the narcissist. When you have been lied to, cheated on, deceived, manipulated, conned, duped, when you have lived a reality with somebody and you live that reality, however, then you had to work out that that reality was all them mirroring you and future faking with you and selling you an illusion and lying to you and deceiving you to get their needs met by you, and then they just up and leave you, often moving on straight on with somebody new, is naturally going to cause feelings of anger and resentment, which, yes, can look a lot like bitterness. You can have a bitter taste in your mouth when you realise what a narcissistic person has done to you. However, that anger and that resentment often drives you to have the desire and the willpower to create the boundaries, to say no more, to say enough is enough. As soon as you do that, that helps a narcissistic person out. You've got to do it. It has to be done. However, it helps a narcissistic person out with the lies they're telling those around you, because they can then claim that you're only doing that because you're bitter and you're jealous, rather than those around the narcissist thinking, hang on a minute, you had a seemingly from the outside a stable family and you've just up and left your family for someone new, and then 5 years later you've done the same thing again, the exact same thing again, yet the exes are the problem. So when it comes to narcissistic people, due to the fact that they are envious of others and they believe other people are envious of them, they almost create that scenario as a reality in the outside world for themselves, because that's what they think. So they create those scenarios to match their beliefs. And there's no telling them otherwise, because they're not interested. It's matching their beliefs that other people are envious of them. And it helps them not recognise that they're actually envious of other people. When it comes to narcissistic people, you'll often notice they have to go all out to outdo people. Share good news with them, they've done better. Share bad news with them, they've suffered far worse. Or, well, now they know what it's like. Now you know what it's like. Now you know what I had to go through. Most genuine people who have been through some form of suffering want to stop other people going through that suffering. Parents can do this with their children when they become overprotective, to try and stop their children from suffering. And sometimes we do have to let children learn for themselves, because life is the best educator out there, unfortunately, and we do have to learn from experience. Narcissistic people will rarely to never congratulate other people, only if there's an audience round, so they can take something positive from it, gain admiration. They're very negative, toxic people that do play the victim and claim that everyone else has had all the luck because they can't be bothered to put the work ethics in. They don't recognise the other suffering people have been through. They don't recognise the other failures that have happened to people for them to get to where they are. They're not interested in what's going on in other people's lives. They're not compassionate. It's all about themselves, and someone must have stolen something from them. They don't offer that encouragement, they don't offer that support, because they want to see other people fail. So they don't offer encouragement or support to their children's parent, yet they then blame the children's parent of being bitter and jealous and resentful, even though they're the ones that's not offering support and not taking their responsibilities seriously. They just shift the blame so that they don't have to take those responsibilities, so that other people judge the person that the narcissist is blaming rather than judging the narcissist for their actions. Narcissistic people hold a lot of grudges against others, and it's usually for the things that that narcissist did to others. We can all go through a stage of holding a grudge, it's natural. However, narcissistic people have that vendetta to get one over on someone. Again, we can all go through a stage of wanting to see revenge and karma hit. Usually you just want justice served. And it's a stage, it can be a process of the grieving stage as you come to terms with everything that has happened to you. Narcissistic people talk badly of others. They pull other people down and they gossip about others because they're envious of other people. They just don't want to admit this within themselves. They want people around them to believe that people are jealous of them, that people are bitter, that people are obsessed with them, so they can act superior and gain the attention from those around them while failing to take responsibility for their behaviour. And as people around them are believing their lies, they believe that they are right and the other person that is wrong, because they're creating that scenario to match the reality that they want and not the reality that they've caused. They don't take responsibility. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.